was a weird little glitch in the matrix. Oh, that was weird. And good evening. It's time for pop-ups. I don't know if I want coffee. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I'm too lazy to make tea with lemon and honey. I'm too lazy for that. Even though I would like that. Come on, Rumble. Let's go. What's going on with Rumble? Oh, come on, Rumble. Really? What's going on? Tell me it didn't save. Let me look. I may have to reboot the stream. You cannot change it while you're live. I know that. That's all right. Maybe it's just taking longer to... Oh, there it goes. That was bizarre. It never takes that long. That was weird. Aloha. I wish I was in Hawaii. I really do. I wish I was in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. It's a little cold here. Okay, Twitch. And I gotta get TikTok set up. What do we have here? Rumble, YouTube, Trovo, Twitch. What am I missing? Kick. Oh my gosh. Stop it. And TikTok. For as long as TikTok's going to be around, who knows what's going on? Who the heck knows? All right, we got TikTok up. Anyway, so as I was mentioning in an earlier stream today, this is crazy. I'm not buying from eBay ever again after the experience I had the last 2 weeks. So I had bought a GoPro Max with a bunch of accessories. When I get it, nothing worked. Nothing worked. It was like the SD card wouldn't be recognized. It had the other person's name still on it. I couldn't tie it to my phone. It wouldn't update, so I sent it back the same day. And I contacted eBay to start the process of a refund. And the refund happens when the person receives the package. So I get a message from the seller today. Check this out. He took a photo of a totally different package. Totally different. It wasn't what I sent back. Like trying to say I sent him. He goes, this return is unacceptable and I am contacting law enforcement. I said, really? I didn't say nothing back to him. I didn't reply. I contacted eBay right away. Look what he sent me and look what he said. And I sent that back right away. He even, tried to use intimidation. I'm contacting law enforcement. Why didn't he contact eBay? Well, I go to law enforcement. You're supposed to I made a case with eBay. And I spoke to a representative on eBay. They say it'll take 48 hours to 72 hours to get a decision. I got my decision in 4 hours. I was refunded. That's how quick they decided in my favor. Because it was just insane. That's the kind of scammers you got to be careful that are out there. He tried to get over $500 on me. He took a picture of something I couldn't even recognize. It looked like DVDs, or I didn't know. I couldn't even tell what was in the box. Trying to say I sent him something else back. That's just nuts. That's what people are doing. So be careful. I will not do that mistake ever again. No way. I'll stick to Amazon and legitimate sites. I ain't messing with eBay no more. That was a bad experience. But at least at the end of it all worked out. Can we talk tomorrow? Sunday. Going to see a concert tomorrow. Get the lead out. I'm not talking to nobody tomorrow. I'm going to somebody's house to spend the day, and then I'm going to a concert. So I got a lot of my models today. I ordered more brushes just now because I'm going to need them. Tom, if you're watching, Mr. Reed, call me Sunday because I'm going to see Get the Lead Out tomorrow night. And I'm going to Mark D'Antonio's house for the day. And then he only lives 20 minutes from the theater. And then I'm going from his house to see the concert. But I did build one little model, that one today. I painted it. Alexa, brighten living room light 50%. It was really small.
Okay.
Yeah, I did check his rating. It was high, but that could be inside people too, like trying to boost him up. You never know how complex a scam can be. But it's a TR3E. It's a triangular little guy. It was so easy to put together. Alexa, dim living room light. I'm being blinded. Alexa, dim living room light. Oh my God. I was getting burned from the light. It's a little model right here. I did it this afternoon, this evening. This little guy. I painted it, and I did an experiment with a drill, some glue. It didn't come with lights, but I put in, one of them's not working. That's not a good thing. Oh, there it goes. I put lights myself. This is a toughie to get to. They're very delicate. Come on. There you go. You can't see it. And I gotta be careful because the legs are fragile. You see, I put 3 lights to make it a triangle. Now what I should do is lean it like that. So I put those lights on it. It didn't come with it. I drilled into the model as I was assembling it, and I added those lights, which I know I'm gonna have to buy a lot more. I know this is coming, but I made my own lit model. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
See? Isn't that cool? So that was my little test to play with light sets. No guitar tonight, no drums tonight. And my arm, I want to be okay for tomorrow's concert. I don't want to be in pain. I'm in no pain really right now. I don't want to aggravate my shoulder. So drumming is out, guitar is out. No way. So like I said, I'm nice, no pain, all good for tomorrow night. So yeah, I built that model. Now the other models are here. Those are going to be, and then this one someone made for me years ago. And there's Tom's UFO park tumblers, but I gotta figure out which way this lights up. That lights up. So as I go, you're gonna start seeing these models appear on my shelf. That's the goal. Now I got a 2-foot Millennium Falcon over there. I'm definitely putting lights on that. I've got one Enterprise here. Another one's on the way. I've got another UFO model over there. I have a Star Destroyer from Star Wars coming. So that's going to fill up. These models are big. This is the little guy. That was the easy one. The next are going to be very difficult because I'm going to do detail. These battery switches are a pain for the model. They're in bad spots. But at least, Alexa, turn on the ring light. At least I got to experiment
Okay.
putting lights in a model because I made that for the lights. Like Mark said, you could drill holes and the right drill bit, the light fits snug in it. But that cannot be done with a lot of models because the light has to be inside to make it appear like it's lighting on the inside, like the Enterprise or the Millennium Falcon. So this was a little test. I put the lights exposed on the outside so we could see it better because a lot of people, when they see a craft like that, they can see the red lights or bluish white lights or whatever. So I said, I'll go with red because I'm going to need a lot of the bluish lights for the Millennium Falcon. That's going to take a lot. This model is almost 2 feet. It's pretty big. It's like this. The Millennium Falcon. It's beautiful. It really is. This is going to be a beauty to put up there. I don't want to hang it, God forbid. But like, for example, this is the Millennium Falcon. Over 18 inches. And I don't do Lego. I do real models. Hi, Candace. Ha ha ha. Holy ship. So that's, I got a bunch here already ready to go. I got 2 versions of Enterprise. Uh-oh, what was that? Oh my God, my motor mount for my camera. This is the cheap version that I got for right now. The refitted Enterprise. You got to see the one that's coming, though. That comes Wednesday. The Strange New Worlds Enterprise. And this thing is 2 feet. That's going to be wicked. Wicked. And the Star Destroyer is coming from Germany. So it won't be here till February. A 2-foot-long Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Wow. And then eventually, I'm going to run out of room up there real quick. I want an X-Wing. I want Space 1999 Eagle. And I want the Battlestar Galactica Viper Mark 1. Those 3 are, and eventually a SpaceX Starship. Just to throw it in. Because then if I start expanding to other areas, it's just going to get out of control. Because then I'm going to want the space shuttle and it can go from there. So I don't want to go there. I just want to stick with like movies and TV shows. Because it can get crazy. Quick. Really? You got a space shuttle? Do you know one of the first models I built as a kid was a 7, whatever it was, the 757, 47s? The jumbos with the shuttle on it. I actually built that model as a kid. That was my first model I ever built. It came with the jumbo jet and you put the shuttle right on top of it. That was the first model I ever built as a kid. That's crazy. That. Did yours come with that too, or no? Or just the shuttle? It was so cool. I wish I had that model set today. But that was wicked. I don't even know if that exists, like something like that now. But that's a cool. That was when it used to piggyback on the airliner. I don't know if there's such a thing. I don't even know to look at Amazon. I that would be like space shuttle, because that did look cool. It's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. No. See, now this one comes from Germany, but it's on the booster rocket. That's the one I bought you. Oh. See, it used to be. I don't. It's all on the booster. Oh. What is that? See, it's a small little thing. It was a 747. Say what? Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Oh, it's very small. 6-inch die-cast 747 shuttle carrier aircraft and a 3-inch shuttle. So it's like tiny. But see, they do still have them, but not models to make. But I remember having that. Oh, it just came with the shuttle? Yeah, they don't have much else. But that would have been cool to do that model. I'm sure there's got to be something out there. Oh, wait a minute. This one says it's 15 length, 15 inches by 14. Oh, this could be something. Could that be for real? Oh, I'm buying this immediately. 25 bucks. They got it. Only 2 left in stock. I have to buy this immediately. What's today's date? 10th? It gets here Sunday. That's a nice piece to have. I got $8 in points. That's awesome. Use this payment method. It's going to cost me 18 bucks. Place order. Done. Nice. Now there's only one left. That is cool. I should have never went to look. But I got the picture now. Wow. That is lucky. That was lucky. That shouldn't be even hard to put together. Where's the image? What time is it? It's got to be this one. Sometimes having the 4 monitors makes my neck freak out. It's a 1 to 288 scale. Oh. And there it is. That's it. And it comes with the decals, so that's not even. I mean, I can definitely paint it. I can do my research and go nuts. But that is cheap. There's only 2 left. But that's the model. That's going to bring me back a lot of memories because that's exactly what I built as a kid. That was the first model I ever built in my life. And I loved it. And this is going to be like a weird experience doing it again. And that's a nice showpiece. That is a nice showpiece to have on the shelf. So yes, I'm going bonkers. But it's wintertime. Oh, wow. Your model's 177. You still have it? Who didn't want to leave New York City? Oh. Oh, my God. I was dying to get out of the city when I went last week. I was dying to get out. Get me out of there. Oh, my God. I was even kind of rushing, and they weren't too happy about that, but it was freezing out, too. It was cold. I tried to avoid the city as much as possible. Wow, X. Is it still in the box? Is all the pieces in it? Oh my gosh. But it doesn't matter because now I got my shuttle and plane. You haven't seen snowfall in 12 years? Wow. I can't say that it's been a long time since I experienced an earthquake because it happened last year. Though it was only a 4.6 and I was far away from the epicenter. But that was unnerving. Well, everybody's different. I got to do that bike ride soon. Not soon. The 360 video of my bike ride on the west side. Eventually, when the weather gets nicer. Oh gosh, here we go. Oh, that's fantasy. That's the picture. Oh, from the other side. I see. Okay. Gotcha. That is a beautiful shot. From the Jersey side. I hate going into the city. Ugh. I don't like it. Too many people for me, and it's too much. I like it here. Less people, more space, more privacy. I love it. Yeah, I can tell the angle of the photo. Frank Sinatra Park. Like when I do the bike ride, I already got it all scoped out. I got the parking app. I'm parking right in Fort Lee. I'm going to ride my bike right over the George Washington Bridge and take the trail. I already got it all scoped out. I am not parking in Yonkers this time. Oh, no way. I'd rather do that ride with the bike over the George Washington Bridge and then get right on the trail. That's gonna be wicked. In a 360 video, oh, that's gonna be wicked. But I'm not doing that till like April when the weather's nicer. So it's gonna be a while before I do that. It's snowing there, 3 inches. Andrea lost power. Then it came back. Quality pizza. Hi, Star. If I ever get down to Jersey, like in that area. But you're gonna kill my diet, dude. Pizza's not on my menu anymore. I could cheat. It's been a while since I had pizza. from a real pizzeria. They make great pizza over here too, though. Excellent. They're from the city. They're from Brooklyn. And their pizza's amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, the calzones. I can't eat that stuff anymore, but oh, delicious. By the way, fantasy, I don't know if you know, but my A1C is now 5.6. It was 6.0 3 months ago. I'm down to 5.6 now. It's getting better and better. Things are good. That's why I can't go revert back to bad habits. Too much work and effort. And health. Yeah. My blood, and I showed this already a few times, my blood, for the first time in a long time, is green for everything. Green. You don't understand how long it's been that I've seen that kind of result. It's stunning. I was shocked. The doctor doesn't know yet because I get my results the next day. He doesn't even know yet. Oh, wait till he sees this. And here it is. Everything is green. Everything is green. And there it is, 5.6. A year ago, I was 9.6. 1 year almost to the date. And 1 year later, I'm 5.6. And everything else is green. Everything. So that's what diet and exercise does. Okay, Mom. That's a mute. Mom is in the vicinity. But yeah, that is like celebration. Everything's green. That's. I was so happy when I saw those results. But I'm not done. I still have a ways to go. Oh my God, he's live already? So, tomorrow, I don't even know if anything's actually going on tonight. Let's check. There's no way I'm doing a Skywatch. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. I got to go to Mark's house. I ain't touching that. I'm not staying up late tonight. I'm already tired. I don't see any aurora activity. And it's still too bright in Hawaii. You can still see the sun reflecting a Subaru. Let me try this one. Oh my God, it's cloudy. And not looking too good for any Skywatches going on. Big SpaceX launch on Monday, 5 Eastern, unless that's changed. Starship. Another one is tomorrow night, The Hughes by Blue Origin. That's after midnight, but I don't know if I'm going to make it home in time. So there's actually some cool launches coming up. for those interested. Yeah, it doesn't look good tonight. I mean, it's beautiful, but there's no aurora activity going on. Trying to get it up on the screen. It's beautiful. Orion almost dead center. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's cloudy anyway. Alexa, what's the weather for tonight?
Overnight, you can look for cloudy skies with temperatures around 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's cloudy. Snow flurries tomorrow. I'm glad it's not snowing because I have to drive. I'm just reading what you guys are saying in chat. Ooh, I gotta send myself my song in an email. I want that on my phone. I gotta do that now for tomorrow's trip. Subject, song, touch. I'm pretty sure I moved it into this one folder. Yeah, what's going on out west is just horrific with the fires. Horrific. Oh my God, what did I call the song? I know what it is now. It's not in there. There it is. Oh my gosh, I hope. Did it attach? Yeah. Send. Yeah, it's this dance song I wrote. There it is. It's already here. Song. Download. I know. Add to playlist. Okay, done. That was quick. It's my extended version. Okay, that's done. It's this one. Right here.
Yeah, yeah, turn up to the beat on now. Turn up the volume, crank up the bass. Rocking to the beat, no time to waste. Grooving to the music, bouncing on my feet. Come on, everybody, get off your seat. Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it all night. Closer to your body, under the moonlight. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm in beat and mood of tones.
So yeah, that's the one I sent to myself. What? Drama. It's all drama, Tom. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta shut that off. It's gonna kill the battery. That's gotta go off. Yeah, the phone doesn't stop. It's just ridiculous. What's up, Bob? I see it. I see what you're saying, Tom. I saw it in the text of that post. I know what you're referring to. But it's different. Instead of having UFO Expo, Alien Expo. I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, for real, Star. What is up with you? It's like the fires follow you. Hawaii and then California. It's like, what the heck? I mean, really? That is bizarre. For real. You were in Hawaii when that fire happened, and now you're in Cali, and this fire happened. It's like the fire's following you. And I say that, slightly jokingly, but it's serious. It's like, what the heck? That's crazy how it's been affecting you and your life. You had to evacuate, you had to get out. Nutty. Anyway. So, I don't know how long I'm going to stay on YouTube and Facebook. Actually, I don't know how long I came on. It's like, I might just rest for a change. You know?
Really, what time is it?
10 o'clock, it's early.
What?
Yeah, it's early.
Oh, shit. It's cycle.
I have no idea where he is. He's probably in the big room on the bed or under your bed. I've only been live for 40 minutes. It's like, wow. The bad thing is, it's like nothing really to do. Like, not like I can jump on the TV and watch something. I hear your fantasy. Where are you back home now? Or you didn't want to leave? Yeah, you're back home. You mentioned about landing and seeing the fires. Yes, have a great one, fantasy. Trust me, I'm contemplating myself for a change because there's no real sky watches going on. At least I don't see any aurora, even though in the horizon I see hints of color, but nothing really distinguishable. You could see it on the left side. You see it a little bit, like right here, slightly. There's not much going on. You sent me something. Oh, I don't know. I get so many messages. This is for real. Sometimes I just swipe them off my phone because it's just constant. And it's like, and I'm afraid to shut my phone off because I never know if I'm going to get a really important message or call. But I'm tired of my phone annoying me 24/7. It's just to the point where I can't even take my phone anymore because it never stops. And I know people love that. They love to be on their phones all day long, all night long. Well, for me, it's overwhelming. It's too much. So much goes on with the phone. It's like, get out, get away. Like, I literally would love to shut it down right now. I know I heard about the looters, Star. I heard about that. Because somebody I know lives nearby and he was telling me about the looting, sadly. They caught a guy using a flamethrower? Are you serious? And fire starters. I don't blame you, X. My microphone is actually low because it's all the way over there. I am not trying to talk loud right now. I'm so tired, Bob. For real. Yep, like Maui. I hear you, Star. I hear you. I mean, if I put it louder, I'm taking my headphones off. That's as simple as it gets. Because I don't want to hear myself talk. To be honest, I don't even want to hear myself talk. I could easily go to bed right now. That should be better now, Bob. I could boost it up a little bit more too, but that's it. I'm not talking any louder. Matter of fact, let me lower the headphones. I don't want to hear myself. It's like I engage with people all day long through work and everything else. I get tired. I've been talking like half the day, more than half the day. I'm tired of talking. It's like that. I know I raised it up, Bob. Yeah, it's easily you could speculate, Star, about the possibilities of what's going on. I mean, obviously. And you got to remember, there are some people out there that are just plain old twisted. You know, that's one of those things. There are some people out there that are just disturbed, and they do crazy things. That's like a pyromaniac. A pyromaniac has that thing with fire. It's crazy, but it is what it is, you know? So who knows? There has been no snow here. Kathy, did you get snow anytime lately? There's no snow here. Still got a couple of good more months of winter, but there's no snow here. We're supposed to have 37 inches average a year. We've gotten less than an inch. But as I always say, I am not complaining about it. Heck no. I put in the wrong thing. I didn't. Why is it in color? It shouldn't be in color. It's nighttime. Why is my camera in color? It's supposed to be infrared. There ain't no snow out there, Bob. It is dry out there. See, if it goes in color, The wind blew that down. It was windy here for like a week. So that means something activated the camera. Could have been an animal. Probably the cat. Because that should not be in color at night. Unless it's activated by movement. I don't see no movement. Oh, I thought I saw something. Could be the cats. Could be raccoons. I don't think it's deer. There have been no bear sightings here for quite some time now. But it could be raccoons or cats. Oh my gosh, a drone hit one of the tankers? Craziness. I'm telling you, people are just bugged out. Trying to, and is, I don't know if that's not a licensed drone, even if it is a licensed drone operator, they're in trouble. It's part of the course that I'm taking to become an operator. That's a big problem. Whoever was operating that drone, forget about just causing the incident. They're in deep. They're in deep. It's in the FAA course, which I'm taking to become a licensed drone operator. They're in doo-doo. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't know. There's so many regulations. Tons. This course takes 15 to 17 hours. Like, I'm going to make sure this doesn't have any of my information. Drone pilot license test prep course. I've done half of it. And I paid money for this. Like, this is a big part, and each chapter is extensive. This is not, people don't realize how intense this is. This is just one little chapter, and you got to do them all for potential flight hazards, emergency procedures, even flight operations. When as a licensed drone operator, you can operate with permission from local authorities to fly into an area. Now this is going to be a video. And line of sight must be held at all times. Failure to see, common aircraft accident causal factors. Improper in-flight decisions or planning, misjudgment of distance and speed, failure to see and avoid objects or obstructions, improper operation of flight controls. I mean, there's a lot of regulations as a drone operator, and they're all here. You gotta be super careful. Super careful. And I'm telling you, there's a lot involved with the test. What's up, Nicholas? A lot. I don't know how long the actual test is. I do have mock tests, but I'm not looking at the mock tests until I'm done with the whole course. And now I got to do a refresher because it's been a while since I freaking did the course. So now I got to go back and refresh myself, which is going to stink. And I'm doing it with someone else. He paid for it too. So, like, here. There's an example. Oh my God. Oh my God. I couldn't even answer this. I mean, 2-hour test. 60 questions. There's a clock on the top. You have 2 hours. 60 questions. To ensure that the unmanned aircraft center of gravity limits are not exceeded, follow the aircraft's loading structure specified in the aeronautics information. Aircraft. Flight menu. I'm thinking it's this one. I'm going to be wrong. You refer to Figure 20, Area 2. Why would a small flag at Lake Drummond of the sectional chart be important to a remote pilot? Figure 20. Oh my God. Look. Oh, you can't see what I'm not sharing it. This is Figure 20. So where was the concern? In Figure 20, Area 2. Why would the small flag at Lake Drummond of sectional chart be important to a remote pilot? Area 2. What's that say? Within. Chesapeake. Now that's an interesting question. See? This is why this is technical. I don't know the right answer for that, to be honest. That's part of the course I haven't taken yet. Oh, don't think it's easy. Because I've done the mock test and it's tricky. They trick you with language. Do not think that's easy. The obvious is not the obvious answer. They do offer pilot courses on this site too. They do. And it's not the obvious, like the flagpole is an obstacle, because it's not. You can evade a flagpole. There's something about that area, that coordinate area, there's something about the area. Area 2. Now, I saw there was a military base nearby. So you got to really look at all the reference points on that map carefully before you answer that question. So that's like, there's so many rules and regulations. A lot. And you got to see, oh my God, you got to understand the UAS drift. It's so many things. Lift, wind, so much. Like the weight of gravity of it, it's crazy. It's so specific. So Eric and I are taking that course together, but we're gonna have to start from the beginning again because I don't remember half the stuff that we went over because it's been months. So now we got to start from the beginning probably and redo the course. But the thing is, it's a paid course. It's always there for you. So that's a good thing. But I can't believe you got that model of the Shuttle X with the 747. It does. Oh, is it just the shuttle you said? Is it just the shuttle, not the 747 model that you have? That's probably it's a bigger scale. It's just the one. It's just the shuttle. I'm assuming. I can't wait to build it. Like I said, I built the little guy today and I put lights on it by design. I did that with a drill. I made my own holes for it. Just a shuttle. That's why it's a nice larger scale. It probably is upright. I would think. It could be the other way too, but I put these little lights. It didn't come with it. I painted that model too. It's already done. But it was a little guy. It's like this big. Small. This one. I did it today. And I put lights on it. On the tips. See? It's got battery. See? Can you see them? The 3 lights? I put that on there. That model didn't come with the lights. It wasn't built for lights. I took a drill. I made a hole on the bottom so I could run the wires. And then I made a hole at the top at the size of the drill bit, just slightly smaller than the diameter of the light, so I could squeeze it and it would hold. Then on the inside, I taped the wires to the model to give it more stability. But that's a test subject, that little model, for running wires and lights. And it came out excellent. First time I ever done that. I've never done that before. It came out pretty good. So I'm definitely going to have to order more of these light controllers, because I'm going to need a ton of them. Or a light set that I can run multiples on one controller, one source, because I'm going to need that for the Enterprise, which I should be looking for on Amazon, because I can tell that's going to be I can't have all these battery things running all over the place. It's insane. Now that I think about it. Because you got to be able to supply the power to the lights. In the right voltage. Oh my God, that's beautiful. There has to be, that's the one I bought. The one I bought is pretty good. But I need to step up. I could talk to Mark tomorrow about it. The one I bought is like the best one. The one I bought is 220 pieces. I'm going to see if they have a controller. That's for a car. But it would work. Because I can cut the wires. It's built for a car. See, this is the thing. I can't have all these battery things sticking out. But that's for Lego, but I don't know if I could use that. It's gonna be a hassle. I'll talk to Mark. He'll come up with an idea for this. I can't have all this wires sticking out. And it would be nice if there was a controller box where everything could connect for the voltage with the wires. I should call him. I'm gonna call him. I need to know. There has to be a way. Here goes Bill driving me nuts already with the models. He knows it's going to happen. I'm going to drive him nuts.
Hi, this is.
What's up, Neil? I look like a vapor inhaler? That's the first I've ever heard being called something like that. Oh my God. All right, let's see. It's gotta be. I don't know what to look for. He will know. He'll give me the answer right away. But there has to be a way. I wonder if more than one light can be connected to one battery source. I haven't tested that. But that would diminish the brightness, I think. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Yes, it can. But that would diminish the power quick. As I'm getting into this model making. I mean, I can do a test right now with wiring and see if it would work. I should, in real time, and just out of my own curiosity. Alexa, turn on the living room light.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Once I move all these freaking models out of the way. Okay, we need the lights. We need the batteries. It's a good question. Because it's going to drive me nuts. My job involves aliens, Neil. Believe it or not. There's a lot of batteries in here. I know I had another open one, this one. Okay. Wow, for real? You should come on a show as a guest. Not with me, with the hosts. That's pretty cool. Oh my God, Star. Where'd that come from? Oh God, getting this battery out is like crazy. My buddy, Commander Cobra, was, and he's still doing stuff as a contractor, but he actually was one of the pilots in the Bad Boys 2 movie, flying the helicopter, the Coast Guard helicopter. You have a great one too, Neil, and God bless you and your family. And I'm obviously assuming that you served, and thank you for your service. This is my easy way to get rid of the wire covering. Just burn it and just pull it right off. It comes right off. It's such an easy way. And just slides right off. Okay, let's pick a color. Let's go with, might as well just stay with the whites. No, the reds. The reds were open. God, I just threw all these lights back in here. That's a controller. This thing came with 20-something controllers. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
Okay, there they are. So I'm going to test this. We're going to find out soon enough. I believe Neil is definitely probably right, but I'm thinking of the dimness. And if it does work, it may drain these batteries really fast. It would be great if this works. Let's get one on first. This is just a quick test. Where's the black wire? I can't even see what I'm doing. Well, whatever I did was not right, because I can't see. Duh. Oh my god, now I'm all tangled. Oh my god. Alexa, brighten living room light, 50%.
Okay.
That's better. Another thing is the battery's good. Okay. Why isn't this working? Are these two? Oh, Mark. Shit. I got a quick question. That's why I hate answering Skype on the phone. Why isn't this working? Oh my god, Mark. I can't pull Skype up. Why isn't Skype? Are you there? It disconnected again. Oh my gosh.
Hey, what happened?
I got a quick question.
Well, I just called you like.
I
you
know
hung
I
up
was
on me.
I got my hands full and I was trying to answer you through my phone, but that wasn't working out too well.
Oh, okay.
Let me put you louder because I can't even hear you.
Okay.
With the lights, with the batteries, because I tested a model today
Mm-hmm.
and I put 3 lights, but I used 3 different sources for batteries. And it works. Can you use more than one set of lights for one battery, or does it have to be 1-to-1?
Can you use more than one set of lights for a battery?
This one's not even working. I don't know why. In other words, I'm live, by the way. You know how the lights come individually? The colored lights, the LEDs?
Yes.
Okay. So it goes into the 6-volt battery compartment thing
Yes.
to power them. Can I put more than one light set to the one battery thing, multiples? Because I can't see making a model with 25 of these things sticking out. That's the problem.
No, you just need to. We just need to make sure that they don't draw more than a certain amount of amperage.
So
That's
I can,
all.
So I can run more than one light set?
Yeah, as long as they can handle the voltage. I need to know exactly what you're running and where, and then I'll be able to figure out whether it'll work.
All right. So in other words, it's these. Remember the light set I showed you I bought?
I know, yeah, it's great.
Well, maybe not so great because I don't want if they can't handle if it's only like once light per battery source. I can't have 20.
No. That's not how it works.
That's what I want to know.
No, it can handle quite a lot. It's gonna be just fine.
Because
Promise, margarine.
All right, because that's what I'm worried about. Because I can't have
Yeah.
all these battery controllers running all over the
No.
place.
No, the controllers run like X number of lights, and you're not gonna have to worry. You probably don't have an exorbitant number of lights. I'm sure you're just fine.
Yeah, because right now, okay, I got one connected. It's working.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to attach a second. I have not
Okay.
done this. I already built one little model. I put my own lights on it. I drilled holes in it, and it came out nice.
And you're gonna show us when?
Oh, it's not on now.
Well,
I
where
shut
is
it
it?
off.
Share your screen. Let's see it. Come on.
No, oh, wait, hold on. Let me just put this last light.
All right.
I'm putting the wire to the last light.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm checking your theory now. It's not a theory, I know that.
Huh? Oh no, it's not.
Oh
Furious.
yeah, you're right. And
I
it
know
looks
I'm
good.
right.
It looks great.
Yes, it does.
Oh wow.
It's meant to do that.
Alexa, dim living room light 50%.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
Actually-
that's a lifesaver. So now I can actually redo my model because I have a battery going to each one of the lights.
Oh my God. No.
I did not know. I didn't know.
Yeah, I understand.
That's why I called you.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand.
All right, hold on.
That's pretty crazy, man.
Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen now.
Okay. I'm waiting.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'm a. This is like wiring for dummies.
No, you're no dummy. You're just like if you've never experienced this before,
No.
then you don't know.
Hold on. Can you see the screen?
No, actually. Okay, it's coming in. Okay, I see your screen now.
I'm gonna try to make it as a full projector. Hold on.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Do it. Do
And
it
I'll
now.
be there by 2:30 tomorrow. Can you see that full projection?
Hold on. My screen just. I dropped the phone. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Oh, look at the shells back there. That's nice. So, where's the model you built? Is it the UFO?
I thought that was Keith in chat because that's the kind of name he would use.
Well, what name was it?
Something wrong. You know how Keith is.
Well, it's better than way too low.
All right, so see how I did it the dumb way with all these battery controllers?
Yep. That's the way that people usually do it when they don't know that they have to. They don't have to
I
do it
painted
that way.
it and everything, so now I'm gonna try.
Well, let me
to-
see the model. I want to see the model. I can't even see what you
I
did.
don't want to break the legs.
Oh, that's the TR3B.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, rewire it.
that's what I'm gonna do now.
Excelente. Excelente, senor.
I'm just glad that you told me this because I can't be using all these controllers like this. This is insane.
You don't have to. You're right.
And I taped these wires so good, and I can't even get them off now.
Because you thought you had to do it that way.
Yeah. But in a way, now that's good because now I know I'm going to have. Oh my God, dude. I can't even get this tape off. I just got it off.
Well, you are having you have a way of doing that.
Oh my God, night. Oh yeah, I always overdo everything.
Fair
I
enough.
got black stuff on my nose from the fire. Ain't that crazy? That's just nuts.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, the theater's only 20 minutes from your house. I already checked.
Yeah.
And they
Yes.
have a new. You don't know what I went through. I went through stuff with the theater.
Why? What happened?
They have a new system on tickets, and I had to download this new
Oh,
thing
come
that
on.
they have, and I had to put it on my digital wallet.
Oh boy.
Yep. Starting in November, they started a new policy. It's some crazy company. Oh my God. What did I get myself involved with right here? Okay, that light's on.
It sounds like you probably
You sound like
went
freaking
overboard.
Captain Kirk right now when you do that.
I have no idea why.
Oh my God. All right, we got rid of one
I
controller.
don't know.
I wonder if it's an off. On. Okay. I can't wait to mess with this stuff. I got the Millennium Falcon today, the Enterprise. A bunch of them came today.
Oh, good. Yeah, that should be very nice, you know?
I can't wait. Any word on the Aztec?
No, I haven't started to do that yet because I have to look into getting the Aztec drawing, which I don't have yet.
Okay. One of these wires is loose.
That I wish to do.
Okay, so we've got two connected to one power source. We're gonna work on number 3 right now if I can get the tape off. Okay. Oh my God, this makes life so much easier.
Yeah. And the truth is, it'll still work. You know, it'll still work fine.
No, because
But
I can't
it's
have
just-
a million of these things sticking out.
Yeah,
of
I
me.
mean, it'll work fine, but you don't want to have that much sticking out. That's exactly right.
It's working, Mark.
I know it's working.
3
It's gonna
lights
work
to
great.
1 source.
Yeah,
Now I gotta get tape.
you'll be
I'm going
all
nuts.
set.
I am gonna go absolutely bonkers making these models.
Yeah,
Oh, I got it on sale for $20.
I'm gonna also have to show you how to do weathering, so you can make them look like they're weathered. In the way that sci-fi things of the future would be weathered. That's the coolest thing.
I ordered
You'll-
the
you'll
space
see.
shuttle piggybacking on the 747.
Oh, really?
Yeah. $18.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Not at all. Okay.
Not bad at all.
There we go. It's all connected to one now.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. That's fine. And what size battery are you using?
These are 2 3-volt, those flat like batteries.
Well, no, I don't know what you mean. Show
Like
me
the ones
battery.
you put in a watch, those round flat ones.
Oh, those little guys. Okay. Okay, those might drain pretty quickly.
I know, I was figuring on that.
So, I mean, 2 AA's will probably last a lot longer.
And I can do that?
Yeah, you can change it over. Just you need to look at what you're looking at for.
So let
You
me
just
ask you a
need to-
question. Should I buy like the empty cases of the AA? Should I get singles? No,
Well, I need to know what the voltage is that each battery has.
3. So
Are
it's
they
6
3
volts.
volts?
That's a
Okay.
6 volt total.
Okay, so 2 AA batteries is 3 volts.
So I would need a
1.5 plus
4.
1.5 in series.
So I would need a 4.
They're 1.5. Each AA is 1.5 volts.
Right.
So 2
It's 3.
AA's is 3 volts. So does this thing need 6 volts or does it need 3 volts?
If I took one battery out, it probably wouldn't work.
No, it does need. Does the circuit need? Wait, these are LEDs, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, are they 3-volt LEDs?
Yes.
Okay, then
Oh,
Two
no, no, no,
pen-
no, 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 no. The size of the light was 3 millimeter, but that's not the voltage.
okay, so we have to look at what voltage they require.
I think it's 6. I mean,
You
I can
think
do
it's-
another test. I can take
There's really, you have 3-volt LEDs and 12-volt LEDs. I don't know of too many 6-volt LEDs.
All right, hold on. I'm going to take, there goes my medication. I'm going to take 2 double A's and hold them
You
together.
don't need no stinking in mitigation. You want to be careful about throwing too much voltage in because you could burn out your LEDs too.
All right, but,
So you want to be careful. You got to ask, find out what you need.
all right, but here's the thing, the test. I'm taking 2, if I can ever get it out of the pack, 2
Well,
1.5s, double
yeah.
A's. I'm going to hold them together with my fingers with the wires attached to each end.
Okay, but if they're too much, if you're gonna put that much voltage. Okay,
Well, it's actually going to be less because the battery pack has 6 running through it.
okay,
But we want to see if it works on 3.
yes. All right, that'll be fine. You can do that test. You may do the test.
You may proceed.
You have spoken wisely.
Now the black should be on the negative.
Absolutely. It damn well better be on a negative.
Hold on. This is kind of tricky without trying to hold the batteries together.
Yeah. That's why people get little AA battery holders.
Oh, that's what I would order.
Of course, you don't have to use just batteries. You could wire these up to these little 6-volt power supplies that plug into the wall.
That's what I was calling you about. So it's not working with the 3. Requires 6. The light's not going on.
Okay, well, I didn't see what your setup is there, so I don't know. But whatever you do,
That's 3
You
volts
just-
with the 2 of them connected. See?
is what?
Look at the camera.
I'm looking.
Well, I've got the wire attached to the top and the other wire on the bottom, and this is a total of 3 volts. 1.5.
That's correct.
Light is not going on.
Okay, so it's 6-volt.
And it makes sense because these controllers have 2 batteries that go in them, 3 volts apiece.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
what you were just saying, I'm putting all this away now. This is going to get crazy here. It's a mess.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
This is 220 pieces.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So let's get to the rudimentary issue here.
Yes, rudimentary issues.
Do I order cases, like you said, with a power supply?
Here's the thing. You could probably run every one of the models with a 6-volt, 1-amp power supply. Here's how it works. Okay. Each LED draws a certain number of milliamps. That's thousandths of an amp. Okay. If you add all
Alexa,
the
dim the
milliamps,
room
if you add all the milliamps together for all the lights you're going to have, and that means actual LED lights that'll be on, okay, you're probably not going to get to 1 amp because each model is
Okay.
going to have maybe 2 or 3. You're not listening.
I'm trying to mute to shut this light and it went brighter. Alexa, dim living room light 75%. It's blinding me.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Each LED is going to draw a certain number of milliamps. Okay. Maybe 50 milliamps, 100 milliamps, whatever. Maybe 6 milliamps or 5, whatever. You got to find the rating. But why? Because the power supply you get, you want to make sure when it says like it's a 6-volt power supply at 1 amp. What that means is it can supply 6 volts and provide 1 amp of basically bandwidth of electricity. 1 amp is the size of the pipe. Okay, are you listening?
I'm listening. I'm.
You're doing other things.
No, I'm going to Amazon to see what those lights have. Is what you're saying right now.
Yeah, all right.
Because that will tell me what it can hold in the power. So I'm gonna look at this. I don't want to do it this way. Hold. Oh yeah, they don't need to see this. It's actually.
It doesn't.
It's only you're gonna see the screen.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
So it says 12 volts.
Those are 12-volt LEDs.
But that's what I'm using. But the batteries only have 6.
Okay, so they're running on 6 volts as well. They're probably a lot brighter though when you put in 12.
But I guess I could put. I never tried to put 2 batteries on each side. Maybe it can. I don't think it can fit that many, but it's possible.
Okay, here's what I would do. I would actually I'd get a 12-volt, 3 amp or whatever power supply.
But-
And I would use that to power every single model because the LEDs are not going to draw more than a few milliamps
Okay.
apiece. And all the LEDs together, you add all the milliamps together, and if it
It
goes
won't
more than
exceed
3
the
amps,
number. I know what you're saying.
no, you don't.
Sure, I do. As
Right,
long as
explain
I
it.
hit that threshold from the 12-volt power supply, even with all those milliamps, I shouldn't burn them out as long as I don't exceed the voltage coming from that power supply.
That is, you don't exceed the amperage, the amps.
Right, exactly.
If you
So-
exceed the amps, you're sunk.
So what should I get? A 3 amp?
Don't know. We don't know what we're looking at for the. Don't know what we're looking at for these things. Like what? I don't know what amperage we're looking for. Not yet. So
It doesn't say the specifics. All it says is 12 volt. Oh, there. Look. Current limit is 20 milliamp.
okay, so they're 20 milliamps. Okay, and that's per LED.
Yes.
Okay, so if you use 10 of them, then you're going to draw 200 milliamps.
Correct.
20 times 10.
Right.
Okay, so you can use 5 times. You can use 100 of them, and it'll draw 1 amp. So you can see what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Okay, if you take a power supply and you get a 12-volt 3 amp power supply,
Right.
that'll be enough to run every model with all the LEDs. You're going to wire it so that one plugged in thing
That's what I need.
can go to a
All of
bunch
them.
of. Yes, go to, and I'll show you how to make it go to all of them because the other end is going to have just a jack on it, and we can make that go to every other thing. We can branch it off to go to every other thing. So that's how that works.
All right, but how difficult is that to branch it out from that wire?
It is not hard to do. We just don't know how to do it yet. I'll have to show you.
So what should I order?
Well, we have to first. Oh my gosh. We have to figure out what we're actually looking at for total number of LEDs, and then we'll know what amperage we'll have to work with.
But how would I know that until I build all the models and know the amount of lights I'm going to be using?
You won't. So you got to know. You have to know that. You've got to get those. You got to get that information. You got to know how much you're going to be utilizing, and then we'll be able to decide exactly how to deal with this, and how to make the and how to buy which power supply to buy.
Okay, because I can't even imagine until, I mean, but that's the thing. If I'm assembling one model at a time,
All right. Well, here's the thing. You probably can't go wrong. You probably can't go wrong by getting a 12 volt, 5 amp power supply, because you'll probably never get up to 5 amps with all the models you're going to use.
Right.
So look for one that has a similar rating, 12 volts and 5 amps, or 12 volts, 10 amps, 12 volts, 6 amps. You're going to find a lot of 12 volt 1 amps, and that won't be enough. It might be enough, but that'll limit you. So look for a 12 volt, 5 amps, 6
That's what I'm
amps.
doing right now. You can
Still
still see.
You'll be seeing 3 amps as well.
Well,
There's 12 volt 5 amp right there. And it's DC, of course.
so that's good then.
Yeah, it's going to be DC. So 12 volt, 5 amp power supply. Okay, well, there. Okay, DC, 12 volts, 5.5 by 2. Okay, hold on. And yeah, and I see the jack at the end of the power supply.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's meant to go to one place.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is have it go to another jack, and that jack's going to go to a branch, which is going to have lots of wires coming off of it in pairs, and it's going to go to your first model, and then the second pair is going to go to the next model, third pair is going to go to the next model. So as you build the models, you can add it to the next branching pair of positive and negative wires. Yeah.
And do they have adapters that fit to that tip, or that is a custom thing that you make it?
Absolutely. No. That's actually a common item.
Really?
Very common. Yep.
All right, let's
So
do
you're
it.
not gonna have any problem with that.
All right, so then if I get this, what do I look that up as?
What do you look that up as?
That branch.
Oh, I would look up. Let's see, voltage splitter. Look up voltage splitter. See what you get. See if there's like a wiring thing that can do that. Let me. I don't know what there is. Yeah, you're probably not. Well, I can probably find it. Like that's me. I mean, I just make it. I just make them.
What about
What
that?
do you got there? What's that thing?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Low voltage quick connect splitter for LED. There it is. Get that. Look at that 1999 one. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Is that it?
Let me read. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go look at it here on mine.
It says 2 inputs. Obviously, that's the power coming in, and 12 outputs. Positive and negative bipolar input output. The splitter features bipolar input and output for efficient and effective power distribution.
Yeah, I already found it. So I see it. Now I'm looking at it now. That's what I was talking about right there. So yeah, see, so as you make a new model, you add a new pair of wires to go into this, and you'll immediately get your lighting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what you want. Let me just look at it again.
Yeah, just do a quick review before I order it. That's going to make life so much easier because it's going to be plugged right in, and then I could split it out to all the models.
That's exactly right. This is like a junction box.
Yep. That's
And
what I was trying to
it's-
figure out, Mark. That's why I called you, because I said if anybody could figure this out, I know Mark can.
Yeah, well, this is what you do. But since you're going to use a power supply, you plug into the wall.
Yeah.
You don't have batteries anymore. You just have one pair of wires going to each model, and that's it. No battery packs, no changing batteries.
Nope. And they,
And-
oh my God, that's
That's
like,
right. And then when you want to take one model off to work on it, you just flick that lever up.
the switch.
You flick that switch up, and it's going to release the clamp, which is going to allow you to take the wires out.
Yep. So
You're
that's
just going to make
this,
sure you observe the correct polarity.
is this right? Do I order this?
Yeah, that's what you're going to use to connect to the models. Now, that's only good for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be worth that. You can do that with 6 models. And if you want to do it with more than that, then it's actually very simple. We just branch the wires from the positive and negative to 2 more positive and negative wires, and you plug that into a second set of this block,
Got it.
and you can do it all over again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the advice I needed. That's what I called you. And you know, and we already discussed this, you know how I'm going to aggravate you. Forget it. I'm going to
Oh,
drive
no,
you.
no, don't worry about it. You're already aggravating.
At 11 o'clock at night.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, my God. All right, Mark. I'm letting you go. I will be at your house by 2:30.
Okay. Should I have anything? Should I have something waiting for you?
No, no. I don't eat like that no more.
Oh, okay.
Do you have diet soda or sugar-free soda or anything like that?
Ah, shit.
I'll bring my own.
Just in case, bring your own, because
Okay.
I may have some here. Yeah.
No worries.
But that's all right.
Because I don't eat
wanna-
much.
wanna
I
be-
don't.
I know.
If I eat, Mark, I get nauseous. I get
Yeah.
physically ill. I can't overeat.
All right. So what's the deal on tomorrow? You're gonna stay or you're gonna go home?
Go home. She already.
Shorty said you gotta stop putting me on the spot, Billy.
Yeah, she said I don't want to stay home overnight by myself. She already went
Okay.
through it.
All
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, you said it might. Well, that's okay. If it does, it does. But not a problem.
But we'll still hang out for a couple hours.
Yeah, I can tolerate it. I
Oh,
guess.
can you see my screen right now? Oh wait.
Yeah, I am.
Hold on. Let me show you before I hang up. But I did my. You see how I drilled? I bought a huge set of
Look at
drill
that.
bits
That looks really good.
for a beginner.
Yeah.
So, this one came today.
The Mill Falcon. All right.
This, I'm not putting it there.
Did that one have the lighting kit with it? Or
Nope.
That's just a generic one, right?
Yep, but I'm gonna make it that way. I'm gonna figure a
Remember,
way.
it only has the engine lights and the cockpit light. That's all it has. Okay. How big is that one, though? That's probably going to be about a foot long at the most.
Probably not too big. The other one is almost 2 feet.
Do you have any micro drills?
No, but I bought micro bits. What?
Okay, so you can stick them in a
1 minute.
battery powered Dremel.
I would have to probably buy that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll show you because I've drilled thousands of micro drill holes for models, and I'm sure I can show you. Oh yeah, that guy, the Area 51 model. I got that in my shop actually.
Did you get the cream that I sent you the thing?
What cream that you sent me, Mom?
I'm talking to Sandy if she got the
She
thing.
got that 2 days ago. Here.
Because
And I told Mark that I'm not gonna stay because you're panicky about staying by yourself
I'm not
overnight.
staying here by myself.
I know. I already told him. We already went through that. You heard him, Mark?
Yeah, I got you. You're gonna be okay driving home that long?
Oh yeah, I've done it many times from New York City.
Oh, okay.
So I had bought I had so many of these batteries. But yeah, the Dremel you were saying.
Yeah, you're gonna want to drill. You're gonna want to be like without a cord. You want something like a battery operated mini Dremel tool. They sell those, and then you put your micro drills in there. That's gonna be how you drill the holes.
I'm looking that up now.
Yeah, what you do, you can literally do this. You can do this. Look, you can actually. Oh, you can't see me. You can twist drill them in with the little micro drills, but they're gonna be really small holes and be really easy to break those drills.
Oh, they're not even expensive.
I told you they're not, because they're almost expendable.
You
Yeah,
see-
see, with a hand twist drill, it's probably all you need.
Which one?
Those, I don't know, what's the name on those?
This is a bestseller. This is the overall pick. This is
And
a
what'd you look up? What'd you look up to find that?
micro drill bit set.
Okay, let me do one thing here.
They all have decent ratings. This one over 1,000 people bought. The other one over 1,000 people bought, and they got almost 5 stars. But this one has 3,523 reviews. The overall pick.
Okay. So go into it.
Mini drill bits for resin, polymer, clay craft, jewelry. But they're not electric, are they?
No, it's a hand drill. It's a twist drill.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, and because there's going to be so sharp, you're going to twist that probably 3 times, and it's going to go right through the plastic.
Okay.
Yeah, you twist, and you do left, right, left, right, left, right, and it's going down, and finally it'll poke through.
So you think this is a good set right here? Are you looking?
I'm trying to go find it on Amazon. Let me go look at it on Amazonia. Right, and what'd you search for?
Micro drill bit set.
Okay, that was the right thing to search for. Okay. All right. I see. I'm looking for the same picture. Oh, which one did you pick on that screen there?
The overall pick.
How do I see where the overall
57
pick is?
pieces hand drill bit set.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the one for $11.99.
Yes.
All right, let me jump into that. Let's see what size we're looking at. Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you look on one of the sizes, it shows you. You have one size that's 1/10 of a millimeter, which is gonna be too small, and then it goes up to 1 millimeter. Well, hang on. Let me see if there's one that goes a little bigger than that to a slightly larger than a millimeter.
All right. So then let me back up before I order it.
Yeah, just hang on. Let's see if they're all the same size. Yeah, those are all the same. These are all cheap Chinese crap.
Yep.
But let's do.
There's a nice one for $17, 95 piece.
Where is it?
Scroll down a little bit. It says 95 pieces hand drill bit set.
Which one? Show me the picture.
70. Okay, I'll show it. 74.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
74 pieces micro twist, 20 pieces PCB mini drill bits. But
let's go see. I found it. 17. All right, let's go see what you got here. All right. One page. Okay, 0.3 to 1 millimeter size. And then got 0.3 to 2 millimeter. 54 pieces for 0.3 to 2 millimeter. 3 pieces for each size. 20 pieces for 0.3. Yeah, this is the better set. This is what you want. Because some of the holes you want to have larger, and some of them you're going to want to have small. And you have the actual drills, plus you actually... Yeah, this actually is a set that I would buy. This is the kind of set I would buy. So get that set.
I'm doing it now.
Excellent. Because you'll need that to drill the holes.
That's exactly.
Yep.
As you can tell, I'm taking this very seriously.
I know you are.
That's why I experimented with that model, creating my own holes and running my own wires through it when I was putting it together, like you said to do the other day. Done. Ordered. Sunday.
Good. Yeah, you'll enjoy those. They're tiny looking when you get them, but you'll be okay.
All right. Well, again, thank you. I'm leaving my house.
You what?
Leaving the house at 1 o'clock. I should be there approximate 2:30.
You got it. That sounds fair to me.
And again,
Sounds about right.
thank you for your help, as always.
I didn't help. You did all the work.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Bill, have
Yes.
a good night.
You too.
All right, thanks, man.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. If anybody to go to for advice, model making, it's him. But there were people in chat that were right. Wait a second. I'm checking something. That's funny. I thought that was Keith. That's a relief. But see, Neil, that was in chat earlier, was right. Of course, you could put more than one. He was absolutely right. I don't know. This is the first time I'm messing with this stuff. That's why I want to talk to people and find out how to do it. I don't profess to know everything. I'm learning. And like I said, he does models as for a profession. FX models. His mentor was Doug Trumbull, his friend that did movies like Star Trek: The Motion Picture. All those models, all the stuff that you see that's all Doug. And he's done a lot of other movies. So I can't think of a better person to talk to than Mark about this stuff. So that was a great idea. That's what I was talking about, like coming up with a power source without all these freaking batteries. This is nuts. Now that's all running off one battery, but that's only 3 lights. When I do the Enterprises and the other ones, you're talking multiple lights. Some could be dozens. Try doing that with batteries. Oh yeah, Douglas Trumbull. What a legacy he left behind with all the films he did. And Mark is almost, I would consider like it's his mentor or protege. I never got to go to the house. He died February 7, 2022. Look, he did the special effects in scenes of 2001 Space Odyssey, Close Encounters, Star Trek: The Motion Picture. It goes on. Blade Runner. All kinds of movies. He was the one that did the visual effects. And Mark worked right alongside him on a lot of projects. So who better to know about these big scale models? Mark built a 4-foot, what was it now? Something to do with Buck Rogers. I think it was. A 4-foot model, I think he said. Big, huge model. He does models for the Navy. I mean, he does models right to this day for the Navy. So, no, I can't think of a better person as a mentor advice to go to. Mark. But yeah, this is gonna be look, I had like a dumb person. I had 3 separate batteries going to the 3 lights. Now it's all going to the 1 battery, even though it'll drain it, like he said, faster. That's obvious. But at least now there's only 1 battery thing there instead of 3. It's 1 switch to turn on the 3 lights on the thing I did today. That's what you want. And with that splitter, I can run all the wires. I have them all connected to 1 line, electrically connected to the wall, with no batteries. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And what I would do because that's the way I am, I would put a switch in between the power going into the wall and to where it goes there. I'm going to definitely put a switch where I could turn it on instead of pulling out the plug in and out. Just by a switch and put it between. So I could just switch them on instead of pulling the plug in and out or whatever. That makes more sense. That's easy. So now the hard part is building all these models. But the one that I was telling him about, that's a cheap Star Trek. That's a cheap one. The main one is going to be really difficult because it's big. It's not like that. He's right. That one's like 12, 13 inches. Not the other one. You're talking 2 feet. Now imagine that. It's close to 2 feet. And forget about the other one. The other one's close to 2 feet too. Actually, it is 2 feet. The Star Destroyer from Star Wars. That's going to be sick. But this is the one I'm talking about. Wow, it's really cloudy there. I'm going to get off soon because I'm exhausted. Very tired. And tomorrow's going to be a long day with concert and everything else. But see, this one is built for lighting. That's going to be wicked. And I downloaded, did I download the picture of the model? It was 942 maybe. I don't see it. Maybe this one. How come it's not opening up? No, that's not the picture. Oh, man. That's definitely not it. That's the paint I bought. Don't tell me I didn't Enterprise Discovery. Maybe this one? No. Yes, that's the model. That's the model I'm getting. Right there. That is the model. Look how beautiful that looks lit up. But look at all the lighting. That's serious work. But look how awesome it looks. That's gonna look wicked. Isn't it? And whoever built this model didn't do what Mark is going to show me how to do, the Aztec pattern. I'm doing the Aztec pattern underneath and probably on top and maybe on the bottom here and on here underneath. The Aztec pattern is a big thing that Mark was talking to me about. And it would be this. You see the different colored gray boxes and it's not in any specific pattern? Well, he has a technique to do that. That's why I asked him, have you worked on the Aztec yet? I want the Aztec pattern. And you see how it's underneath here and underneath here? It's all over the ship, actually. See, the other picture, he just built the model and didn't do anything else. But it still looks awesome like that. It does. It still looks great. But wouldn't it be awesome with the Aztec pattern? Yeah, right? One big light bulb. But Mark showed me the technique for how to make this look this way. Like the light is inside. There's a technique that he told me about using transparent white paint. So it makes it look like it's glowing inside. It's a whole thing. This is Mark we're talking about now. But he's going to show me because I'm going to I am gonna drive him nuts tomorrow with questions. He knows it. He knows it's coming. So, I'm psyched. And the thing is, excuse me, I'm exhausted. With these models, you can't rush. You can't rush it. Oh my God. I just pick up the phone and 3 messages come in. It's like, come on, stop it. And he noticed the shelves right away. He noticed how I built the shelves already. He knows I'm not playing around. So I did that while I was live streaming 2 nights ago. And it does look nice. The shelves. So I'm prepping. It's funny how somebody came in here and said, "What's up with all the aliens?" Oh, if they only knew. I mean, it's so obvious. For people who know me, like Kathy and Star, they know. It's always about the aliens. I mean, that's what it's all about. I know if Tom's watching, he knows. I know, a few of us know already, without it even being announced, we already know what the game is for the next hearing. We already know. We know the type of people and even some people that may be speaking at that next hearing. You know, it's like you're not in the loop. It's like you people come in, they talk about aliens and what? Oh, it's a lot more serious than you think. And not necessarily, I'm not saying extraterrestrial. I'm saying, let's just call it the UAP. It could be. But was it extraterrestrial, interdimensional? What are we dealing with here? Is it an adversary? But remember, nuclear bases in the 60s, just as an example. There was a lot of stuff going on decades ago. And these people are still around. Some of them. And definitely willing to testify in front of Congress. Being on those bases when things were going on. And the government must have the documents, classified stuff related to these cases, because they always do. But they lock them up. The trick is going to be getting access to them and declassifying them so that the public can see them, but that's highly unlikely. Yeah, you don't have to say it here. I know enough. I know enough that I'm satisfied. Let's just put it that way. It doesn't take much for me to make a phone call or reach out to certain contacts and find out what's the latest going on in DC. Because that's really the hub of what goes on behind the scenes. Because it really has to do with Congress and the people in Congress and those willing to get to the truth of it. And trust me, I could bring you up a quote. I don't have to, it's public domain. I don't have to speak on their behalf. And if Tom's watching, he knows a lot more than I do. See, some of this is old. And he's been attacked. I'm trying to get his exact quote. And he wrote a letter. There it is. This is recent. You want to hear it? Well, this is Representative Tim Burchett, who's been one of the people at the forefront of this whole UAP transparency. Listen to what he says in this clip, coming from his own mouth. This is an example I was alluding to.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Down to Earth with me, Christian Harloff. It is UAP Tuesday, and it is the aftermath of the hearing. There's more stuff that potentially is coming, and there's more people going to be testifying to Congress about other things UAP related. Tim Burchett says he was warned. You got to watch your back now, buddy. I'm talking a lot. There's tons of other things happening right now, and it also looks like, if you believe what people are saying, that the government is now taking a very different approach in how they're releasing information out to the public. We'll also discuss about the Immaculate Constellation.
That's a good thing, right? Because I just feel like it continues to
All right, these guys are just talking. Let's talk to Burchett.
It's interesting.
Last quick question for you before I
around me.
Right, and to Tile.
These guys are just talking.
All right, Peter previously told Tim Burchett to protect himself following his attempts to expose the government's UFO cover-up. So here's that video. I'm going to play this, and then we'll talk about. Well, I'll show the other clip, and then we'll talk about.
I don't trust the U.S. government, and I'm a United States congressman. I've talked to experts. I've seen testimony from astronauts. I've talked to fighter pilots, some of the best in the world, and they tell me that they've chased these craft, and yet the Pentagon says they don't exist, and now we're talking about throwing money at it, and all of a sudden they say they want to study it. They lose billions of dollars every year. They've never passed an audit. And, as I like to say, the Pentagon is a bunch of war pimps anyway. The American public deserves transparency. We deserve to know what's going on. Had a conversation with somebody that called me over the weekend that was very high up in the Trump administration. They told me that I'd kicked a hornet's nest and that their words were I needed to get some bodies around me. I take that very serious.
of covering up the truth about aliens, and I wanted your perspective on this. What does the public need to know?
They need to know everything, and they should fear a government that doesn't think they're capable of handling what is the truth. We've been turned away as congressmen for stuff that we shouldn't have been. I've seen things that I think would make the average American question their government about what they're holding back from them. I've said all along, it's really not about little green men or flying saucers, ma'am. It's about what are they spending tens of millions of your hard-earned dollars on. They told us these departments did not exist, and yet Lou Elizondo ran a department that did that for over $10 million of the federal money's government's investment. You have a Pentagon that's bloated. It's full of war pimps. They've just failed their seventh audit, and yet how will we punish them? How have we punished them in the past? We've given them more billions actually, more dollars than they've asked for, and they cannot account for over $1 trillion in assets, ma'am. I mean, that's like they can't account for a battleship, and no one's holding them accountable. They're spending that money on something. They won't issue. They have reports. They give them to us, and they're heavily redacted. They have photographs. They have film. They have footage. We've had sworn testimony to tell us that. And they've also told us this is not any of our enemies or our allies or we don't have the capability. Humans don't even have the capability to survive in the movements. The Tic Tac videos are very evident. They said those videos first didn't exist. Then the pilots came out and said, wait a minute, that's us on there. That's, the guys who are talking. You can hear them talking, the pilots, and I've talked to them. And then they come back and say, well, we don't know what they are. So let's get to the bottom of it. Donald Trump will, in my opinion, with my conversations with him and his people, he will release these files. Let's have transparency. You as a member of the media, that should be your number one concern, is transparency.
And you were mentioning transparency. One last quick question for you before I let you go. Bottom line, is this a national security issue?
100% it is.
All right, this is the
And this is what I've been telling people on my streams in a vague way about hearing stuff behind the scenes when it comes to Trump and the people that are in his ear about this stuff. And that's why I said like a few weeks ago, imagine him as the disclosure president. There's chatter going on behind the scenes, not what the public is aware of. And yeah, Timbershot has seen stuff. Oh, has he seen stuff? So when I hear people making like aliens as a joke, it's not a joke. This is serious stuff. Now again, extraterrestrial from another solar system, our galaxy, interdimensional, whatever we're dealing with. The technology. And now it's almost like on purpose, and I don't know what, and that's why I'm very careful with this chatter that's going on around with this anti-gravity drone capability that they say China and the United States has. Is that to put that in the mix to confuse people and say, oh, it's something we developed? Okay. We developed from what? On our own? Or was this technology that was obtained some other way? It's almost like you have to be careful what's out there. I should bring him on one day as my guest on a special thing here on my streams, and you'll hear it coming from. There's a lot of speculation that Trump may assign to a cabinet seat a new designated, I would say, like I said, an assignment, a position as a UAP transparency ambassador or something to that effect. Can you imagine? Now, it's going to be very interesting. How much power can he exude? How much can he do? It's going if people are saying back off. Huh?
I don't come here because Taquito me trata de morder.
And he's gotten a lot of flack, Timbershot. A lot. Like he said, you're kicking the hornet's nest. You're touching stuff that you need to be careful. Get bodies around you. Why? Excuse me. Why? Because of the money. Mom, I'm live.
Yes, yes.
I can hear your conversation.
Do it, throw it.
I can hear your conversation.
Throw it.
Throw what? I don't have it here. There's nothing to throw.
Man, you're so nasty.
It's all about the money and the people connected to this money and lots of powerful entities. Like he said, there's no oversight. They fail audits. Where's the money? There's no accountability. What's going on? And I'm just assuming that it's affecting a lot of people, even people in power that are representatives of this country. Their pockets aligned.
Come on, Bill.
Call them government lobbyists, but they're protecting these corporations and the aerospace industry and the military industrial complex where the money is. Ma, you're driving me nuts.
No, you're the one, every time. When you want something, it's okay with me, but when I want something, it's not all right. Thank you very much.
So, wouldn't it's almost like when people say, and I'm live on TikTok, so I'm going to be careful, that there's certain lists out there of individuals pertaining to some kind of a scandal. Well, as bad as those are, is nothing in comparison to what could possibly be going on to that list of people connected to a lot of money within our government that's unaccounted for. And where's that money going? And what are you getting out of that? This is a lot deeper. And there could be a lot of powerful, powerful people, past, present, that are all entangled in this web. I mean, you're talking about billionaires, big time money. And they don't want nobody to know about it. So that's why there's pushback, because you're starting to touch an area that you should not be touching. That's scary in itself. That's just scary. That he was told, you better watch your back. Even Luna, was it Luna? I don't know if it was Luna. Somebody at the last hearing, not the BS hearing that Gillibrand did with, I can't remember who else was there with her. That was nonsense. But the one before that, it was Nancy Mace. I think it was Nancy Mace. She says, we've been told not to discuss this, and now we're on a list. That's what she said during the hearing. Oh, we've just been told not to discuss this. I think it had to do with Immaculate Conception. And they were told not to continue this conversation, but they did it anyway. And now they're on a list. Because this is information they don't want it to get out to the public. I'm gonna look it up. Because I don't want to misquote. I don't want to take it out of context. There's so many articles that you could look up yourselves. Yeah, there's nothing, there's a lot of references to it. This is from the last hearing. This is on her page. I can share this. This is public domain. This is what she stated after the hearing. It's on her Congresswoman site. We held a UAP hearing on Wednesday, and the Pentagon's report last night proves what we've been saying for years. There's a serious transparency problem. With 21 unexplained encounters near national security sites, it's clear we're not getting the full picture. From protecting whistleblowers to declassifying documents, Congress must step up and demand answers. The American people deserve the truth, and it's time we deliver it. That was her statement. It's coming from a congresswoman. The frustration behind the scenes is bipartisan, by the way. It's not just, she's a Republican. It's not just Republican or Democrat. It's both. They're both frustrated on this. This is the one bipartisan thing that they're together on. One of the few. They are both, I can't even tell you the stuff I've heard behind the scenes. How upset and frustrated. Then they try to come from a different angle by protecting whistleblowers. And that wasn't good enough. So now they're trying to create even more protections. Because nobody wants to come forward. They jeopardize their entire livelihoods, their careers, the threats, the intimidation, people coming out to destroy them, discredit them, all that stuff. Who the heck would want to come forward if that's what's going to happen as soon as you do? Everybody's coming after you, including the public. You know, why would you want to do it? Especially if all you're going to do is talk with no documentation, no evidence to be presented. You're just telling a story, an account, with really nothing to back it up with. It's almost like hearsay. You're just saying it, but there's nothing to back up what you're saying with any documents because it's classified and there's nothing to show to the American people. So people are like, oh, there's nothing here. Of course there's nothing here because they're not revealing the information. So it's like almost wasting your breath, wasting your time. Because they can have all these people appear at hearings, doesn't matter. They could say anything. But to the average person, oh, they're just telling a story. Or a story from another person. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Well, they had the evidence. They're just not showing it to you. Because it's national security. It's classified. And it's ultra classified. It's not just classified. It's ultra classified. Like at a high level where a lot of congressmen and women can't get access and a skiff to see it. Like what they kept saying in the hearing. It's overclassified. So they can't see it. Yeah, I was talking about that pig pug. So, you know, people can make fun of it and all that, but I'm not going to open my mouth because I'm not going to get in trouble. But there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And are these people being threatened and intimidated? You better believe it. Even filmmakers, documentaries go through it. Even people that speak at conferences get threatened. And acts of intimidation. Because I know them. And they've told me what they've been through. Personal attacks, physical attacks. Why? Now, a lot of it has to do with people, you know, on social media, creating that animosity and painting them in some horrible way that people take it upon themselves to act upon it and do crazy things based on something they see on X or Instagram or Facebook or something. You got people that feed on this. They thrive on this. It's like they live for it. They take it literal. And then they decide they need to take action. That's dangerous. I gotta check my fire. That's just dangerous. I wish I could tell you the story about what happened to somebody 2 years ago. Or was it last year? I lose track of time. And what that person went through. And thought that person was going to die from what the attack was on that person. The person thought they were going to die. Got very ill from it. And thought they were going to die. Because someone attacked that person in a public forum, in a public area. I'm not going to get into specifics, so I'm not going to give it away who it was, because it's private. I was told by that person in private of their experience, and I couldn't believe it. And the person is one of the sweetest people I know. While Lou might have a spot in the Trump administration, do not be surprised. I'll say that. Do not be surprised if Lou has some kind of spot within the Trump administration. I'll put that out there. It's possible. Jimmy Church was talking about it last week, week before. And I don't know, I didn't really get into it, but I saw that Jimmy made a post about that. Now, I don't know if he was serious about it. Could Lou possibly be part of the Trump administration in some capacity for transparency? I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw it on my messages. I'm just going to Google it. Actually, it's DuckDuckGo. I don't use Google. Four days ago, he was on, I guess, with Cuomo.
Totally personal and totally off topic. Elizondo, are you going to work for the administration?
Can I buy a vowel, Chris?
You know you want to know, Tracy. You know you want to know, too. Don't pretend like you're just waiting your turn. Look, there's been a lot of talk, and I got to tell you, Luis, it buoys the spirits of many, me included. You know what you're talking about. Your service record is impeccable. You care, and I've heard they're asking you. Is there anything that you can share at this point? And don't pretend you have a communication problem and that you can't get the signal straight.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Chris.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
I've always made it very clear that my loyalty is to the United States government and to the American people. If my country asks me to put my boots back on and serve, I will do so. I am in the process of making some recommendations to some individuals that hopefully will help add some clarity to not just my old issue, which was UAPs, but now the drone issue. Unfortunately, our government is woefully behind this topic. And as we're seeing now in Ukraine and Russia, drones are being weaponized and used quite effectively as weapons.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to
So there is that chatter going around about Lou. See, I didn't just say it. Thank God it just wasn't me putting stuff out there. It's in public domain. I had to double check, thank God. But see, it's out there. Could Lou be part of the Trump administration? Would that piss a lot of people off? You better believe it. Too bad. Too bad. I think that would be great irony if Lou Elizondo got a position in the Trump administration. I think that would be great. Oh, how sweet it is. And I have a feeling, not just a gut feeling, that it's going to happen. And people are going to be like, nah, no way. Oh, you're talking about Trump here. Trump's going to go to the shiny object, the biggest one, with the name. Because that's what he does. And if he's not well-versed on the topic, what name would pop into your head? Lou Elizondo. Who else do you go to? If it was a person that doesn't have a lot of background on the topic, well, who is one of the first names that would pop into your head? And I don't know if Trump he's even been on with Rogan and others saying, I really don't know much about this other than I had talked to the pilots and I believe them. They're credible people, whatever. He really stuck up for the pilots. But, he says, I'm not really interested in that. You know, he was like, you could tell he wasn't. But so if he's a novice in it, and he's looking for somebody, a name that comes like at the top, what about Lou Elizondo? And it could be as simple as that. Lou's my guy. I mean, really. Wouldn't that be something? And do you know how many haters of Lou Elizondo are out there? They're going to have an absolute fit. And I say, too bad. You tried to destroy this man. You had people going after him. You turned his life upside down for him and his family. With your attacks, personal attacks. Because people can be so cruel. So hateful. And they don't realize the damage they do, not just to the individual, but to the individual's family, friends, co-workers. It affects them so greatly in their relationships with dealing with other people. But specifically the immediate family, that's just disgusting. Because the family suffers. You know? It's just terrible. But people feel emboldened to just do whatever the heck they want with no sense of consequences or ramifications. They could just do whatever they want and not pay a price for it. That's your freedom. But at the same time, your actions, your behavior, what your conduct is, what you say, another person can see that a whole different way. And act on it. And that's what scares me. I'm telling you, the conversations I had with a few individuals and the stuff they've gone through and are still going through. And then when people die all of a sudden from an accident or an illness, coincidence, accident, boy, oh boy, what one filmmaker told me, I was like, oh my God, dude. And he told me it was just him and I in private. And when he told me the stuff that he's been through, I was like, I can't believe it. And he's not giving up. He's going to continue working and doing what he does. But I'm telling you this right now, it's scary for these people. You know, they gotta, some of them think about hiring bodyguards, and it's out of their own pocket. You know, it's like, I need security. I mean, and I'm on TikTok, so I'm being very careful in my wording. Not just that, Pig Pug. What happened in Louisiana, horrifically, what happened to the assistant DA? What happened there? Wasn't that weird? Or is that supposed to be a coincidence? After what happened? Something ain't right. And the Vegas thing? Something ain't right. There's something off here. And the email, and supposedly the information that's provided in the email about the anti-gravitic drones that China has, the United States has, and the swarm drones, Ukraine, Russia. There's a lot going on. And sometimes people just live in their happy little worlds and they don't realize all the stuff that's going on around them. That's scary. It's almost like they're intentionally blinding themselves or ignorant, or I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of stuff going on. And it ain't good. I mean, all of a sudden, all this drone activity pretty much stopped. What happened? You know? Barbell UFO. You're not going to see, even if, let's just say, even if they did show three-fingered aliens on the major news outlets, is anybody going to believe it? Forget about YouTube. Even if it was on TV, on every news outlet, and I'm talking Fox, MSNBC, whatever, Newsmax, I don't care what you watch, News Nation, all of them are talking about it. A lot of people, you know, they're going to say, okay, first of all, it's fake. This is a false flag. And there'll be so much. They'll say, this is a joint operation for the globalist New World Order to take over. You could, I don't even have to, anyone can predict that. That's a guarantee. Guarantee. Because they're, you know, that's just the way it is. So it doesn't even matter. Even if you saw the truth, even if the government came out tomorrow and declassified documents and images and video, how many people are going to believe that? Oh, that's the government, disinformation. They're putting it out now. Why? What's the reason? Nobody's going to believe it anyway. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So they're looking at it like, why bother? It just opens up the deeper rabbit hole. That's all it does. Because more than half the country's not going to believe it anyway, because it's going to be some deep state conspiracy. So why bother? That's just the honest truth, looking at it. But if it comes from Trump, that might help sway opinion. That might help a little bit. I think. Because I don't think they turn on Trump. If Trump says this, they're going with Trump. It's not going to be like a MAGA revolt against Trump. If Trump says this is what it is, they're all going to believe it. And I'm talking about the right. The left, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. But it's pretty predictable how the right would trend based on what happens, who does it. But if there's no Trump connection, it's deep state. But if Trump says something, that might change everything. Maybe. Because there might be people that might say they got to him. They got to him. Somehow they got to him. They must have got some dirt on him and he's shifted. But that's the kind of stuff that is created out there. I don't even need a crystal ball for this. It's so predictable. It really is. It's a common sense, predictable outcome. Because it's obvious to me. I don't know if it's obvious to anybody else, but it's pretty obvious. That's where it would trend. Yeah. He's supposed to get the lowdown on drones, JFK, UAP. But did you see the Rogan interview? When he said, yeah, I was looking through the JFK documents to release, and they were telling me I shouldn't even look through the rest of it. And I didn't. I put it down. They told me, leave it alone. He said something like that on Joe Rogan. But this time I'm going to just say, the heck with it. I'm going to release it all. Let's see if that happens. Because, you know, there are people around him and the pressure, and let's see what happens. Does he yield the all-powerful sword that he can do whatever he wants? Or is there going to be some restraint here? That's going to be the question. This is going to be a very interesting administration moving forward. Because I've said it. They have the House, the Senate, the court, Supreme Court is conservative, and the presidency. Let's see what at least the next 2 years brings because of the midterms. Let's see. And I've said it and I'll say it again, there are no excuses for the Republican Party now. There's no more blame. There's no more victimization. And I'm an independent. There's no more excuses. You have all the cards now. Do something with them. The people, the public is expecting it. There are no excuses now. Zero. You have total control. You even got control of the Supreme Court, 6-3. You got the presidency. You got the House. You got the Senate. You got state legislators, Republican state legislators. What more do you want? So, like I said, the next couple of years really is going to be key because it all leads up to that midterm where things can sway and shift again in this Congress that could create havoc all over again by having one party control this and one party this, and they never agree to anything, so nothing gets done. Because this one might want to pass something, but then it goes to this place and they say, hell no, send it back, let them revise it. It goes back and forth, nothing gets done. Because the Democrats have the Senate and the Republicans have the House and they can't agree. But now there's no excuses. So it's game on. Now we see. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. Let's see what kind of policies they're able to pass. And that's what it comes down to. And we'll find out soon enough. God willing, nothing crazy happens. So, again, we're just going to have to see how it goes. It's going to be very interesting, Pigpug. It's going to be interesting to see. And like I said, they've got to get things done. It will not look good on the party if they don't. It just won't. They have to get stuff done. And we'll see what happens. It takes time for an administration to settle in. It does. It's normal. So, once things start approaching the floor, bills and legislator, then we'll see. But there's no reason it should fail. Because they have the majority. There's no reason it should fail. So we'll see. At least in an objective way of looking at it. So how many days we have now? 10? To the inauguration? It's right around the corner. No 360 yet. It's a long story. Long story. It's a long story. Yes, the 60. Yes. But it's still. Oh my God. Even with the filibuster. Good luck with that. So again, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, my gosh. But like I said, I'm just going to sit back and observe and see what happens. Like everyone else. There's a lot of expectations. Now let's see if they meet the expectations. And like I said, there are no excuses. No, not this time. The Democrats had their time and they screwed that up when they had full control of Congress. Not necessarily the presidency as well, and the Supreme Court. They didn't have all the cards. The Republicans have all the cards right now. All the cards. You have the courts, you've got the presidency, and you've got Congress. You should be salivating at that. Seriously. It doesn't get much better scenario than that if you're a certain party. That's the stuff you dream about. For real. People may not realize it like that, but when you think of the legislative branch, executive branch, judicial branch, I mean, my gosh, you've got control of it all. And of course, you got the military because you're the freaking commander-in-chief. So you pretty much got the whole thing. So let's see. You know what I mean? Anyway, I am getting the heck off. I'm exhausted. I need sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. I got a concert. I got to go to driving, Mark, everything else. And God bless our country. God bless everyone and those that are suffering, regardless of what kind of suffering they're going through. Homelessness, disasters. A lot of people out there suffering. So I pray for them. I just pray for everyone. That's more of an optimistic approach on looking at things. And it doesn't matter if they're a Democrat or Republican, I pray for all of them. That's the way I stand. Anyway, Pig Pug, Barbell, Bob, Star, anybody else, Candace, Nicholas, anybody else that's watching, be well, be blessed, be safe. Have a great rest of your night or morning, technically, like it is here. And I'll see everybody. Yeah, Bob, the drone with the tanker. Star was talking about that earlier. What? That's so crazy. But again, and of course, our love to our Canadian friends up north. Like Bob in chat right now. Can't forget about that. So the Great White North.